Good morning, Year 2. It's great to have you here with me. We're going to be doing our next lesson, all about Grandma Kranky. Let's break our lesson down. Session 2. How do brilliant writers use possessive apostrophes? We're going to be starting with a warm-up, looking at the spelling of the "l" at the end of the words. We are going to be learning how to identify possessive apostrophes, and we're going to learn how to use them too. And we're going to finish off today by completing some activities using possessive apostrophes. Let's check that you've got what you need for session 2. Have you got a pencil, some paper, and your brain? If you want it, you may need your whiteboard and pen too. If you need to go and get any of these things, put me on pause now. Let's do our warm-up. This week, we're going to be looking at a different type of spelling. And we know that some words end in EL, but it only makes an OO sound. And there are a few times that we use this. This is the rule that tells you when you should use EL, OO, at the end of a word. We use EL after the letters M, N, R, V, and W. We use EL after these special friends as well. Sh, ch, and qua. And we also use it after a vowel in words like fuel. So if you have a look at those carefully, that will tell you when to use EL. Let's have a go at reading some words with this OO sound in them. Can you spot our spelling rule today in these words? Well done. It's easy to spot because they come at the end of the word. We have got the word angel. What's that next one? Let's sound it out. Weasel. Can you do the next one on your own? Bagel. Well done. And funnel. Well done. Your turn on your own. Super work. Barrel. And last one. I'll help you sound it out. Shovel. Well done. So all of these words have EL on the end, but it makes the OO sound. Oh no, what's happened? The spellings have changed. Can you spot what's happened? That E's gone missing. What I would like you to do is write them correctly either on a whiteboard or in your book. Put this screen on pause now so you can do that. Well done if you've had a go at spelling all those words correctly. Hopefully that was an easy warm-up to get you going today. So for our main lesson, we are going to be looking at how brilliant writers use possessive apostrophes. Now we've used apostrophes before, haven't we? But in our contracted words. But apostrophes can also be used to show that something belongs to someone or something, and that's called possession. So we can see here there's a picture of a man on the bike, and it's his bike. So we say the man's bike. And after man, before the S, we have the apostrophe to show that the bike belongs to him. So you can see here it says, when we are talking about one thing, we call this singular. When, for example, a man or a bike. When we need to say that something belongs to singular, we put an apostrophe and then an S at the end of the name it belongs to. So as we said, the man's bike. We also use an apostrophe and an S to show when something belongs to a proper noun. So that's when something begins with a capital letter, like a name. So you can see in this one, this is India's national flag, has 3 horizontal stripes. Can you spot where the apostrophe is? Well done. It's after the proper noun, but before the S. Super spotting, everybody. Keep it up. We also have to look out for this. When you add an apostrophe to a noun, add S to the end of the last word. For example, Buckingham Palace's gates are painted gold and black. Could you see where the apostrophe went? Well done if you did. It says, never use an apostrophe if you have already used a possessive pronoun. So, for example, his or her or its. The example they give is Dave had a rabbit and its fur was white. So you don't want to put your apostrophe there. It would look like a contraction, wouldn't it? The only time that it has an apostrophe is when it is a contraction. It is, or it has. So we're going to have a go now at writing some of our own phrases with possessive apostrophes. I've got a picture of Grandma here on the board. Can you see her? Ooh. We are going to be describing her appearance using some possessive apostrophes. So as all the things are on her, it's probably going to be Grandma's whatever. Let's put our first one down. So as you can see, I've got Grandma's long pointy nose. Can you see where I put the apostrophe? I wrote Grandma, apostrophe, possessive apostrophe, then the S to show it's her long pointy nose. Let's have a look at the next example. You may want to put George's ginger hair because it belongs to him. Now, whose cup of tea was that? It's Grandma's hot cup of tea. So have a go. You could even draw the picture if you want to, at labeling this picture with phrases that include possessive apostrophes. Now this is our 2 chilli challenge. As you can see down the left-hand side of the screen, there are some pictures. Each one belongs to someone. So the first picture is the chair. And it says underneath it, it's not very clear, I'm afraid. This chair belongs to Mr. Kranky. So it's his chair, but Grandma is sitting in it. How could you use that in a sentence, I wonder? If you want to say it was Grandma's chair, that's fine too. The next one says, this cup of tea belongs to Grandma. The next one is the medicine belongs to George. George is making it, so it's his medicine. Then there's a shopping bag, and it says this bag belongs to Mrs. Kranky. And the last one is the cooking pot belongs to George. What I would like you to do is write a sentence that includes possessive apostrophes in. Let me give you an example. Grandma Kranky's chair was green and smelt of stinky cabbage. So I knew it was her chair, or you could have Mr. Kranky. And so I put the person who it belonged to first, and then possessive apostrophe and the S, and followed by the noun. The noun is chair. The person it belongs to is Grandma Kranky, so it's Grandma Kranky's chair. And then I extended the sentence out. Grandma Kranky's chair was green and smelt of stinky cabbage. Let's have a look at the next one. George carefully carried in Grandma's cup of tea. It was the cup of tea that belonged to Grandma, so we put the possessive apostrophe after Grandma. What I would like you to do now is write your own 5 sentences using possessive apostrophes. You can use the pictures down the side to help you. Put me on pause and do this now. For our free chilli challenge today, I would like you to practice using your possessive apostrophes by visiting the BBC website. I put a few of the links up here, but if you type into Google possessive apostrophes BBC bite size, it should come straight up for you. There's a fun quiz to do, and if you go on one of the games, you will see there is a challenge to do all about which possessive apostrophe to use if you fancy having a go. So that's the end of our lesson today, everybody. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at writing a character description, and we're going to start by looking at Grandma's appearance, what she looks like on the outside. I can't wait for you to join me. Up next, I would like you for your reading to practice reading your Year 2 Common Exception words that can be found in your diary, reading a book maybe on Oxford Owl, or if you want to, you can go onto YouTube and join in with Ruth Miskin's Read Writing Phonics sessions. I would aim for set 3, or if you need a little bit of a recap, set 2. Have a great time, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next lesson.